Yar! Time for your landlubbers to walk the plank. And you'll get a Scooby snack for it too. Hey guys, it's the Media Guy back again with another fantastic movie review. Today I'm here to share my thoughts on an underrated and guilty pleasure Scooby-Doo movie called Scooby-Doo The Mystery Map. And yes, as you can tell from the DVD cover, this is actually the first original Scooby-Doo puppet movie. In fact, it says it right there on the DVD. Now, I assume that most of you have already heard of this movie before. And I think JB and Millie did a retrospective on this movie a while ago. But just in case you guys never seem to be aware of this movie's existence until now, don't worry. The back of the DVD has a description. Yo ho ho, a swashbuckling adventure with Scooby-Doo. Get ready for an experience the world-famous Scooby-Doo and crew like you've never seen this all-new original puppet movie. What begins as a routine night for the gang, which includes a slobbering Sleuth and Shaggy eating a triple extra large Scooby snack pizza that also has potato chips, pickles, and peanut butter, becomes a mad dish to find the frightening phantom parrot, who has a map to the pirate Gnarly Bear's hidden treasure. Scooby sniffs out the map's clues, which leads him right to a spooky pirate ship. What will Gnarly Bear be willing to do to protect his booty? The whole family will love casting off on this mysterious, fun-filled voyage again and again. It also includes 2 bonus cartoons: The Backstage Range, which is a puppet-related episode from Scooby-Doo Where Are You?, and RoboPup, a pup named Scooby-Doo episode, which kind of makes sense when you think about it. Now, what do I think about this movie? I actually think this is quite a harmless movie. I mean, sure, maybe most people might say it's not like one of the best movies ever, but I honestly don't think it's that bad. I mean, I do like this movie. It also has 2 acts. The first act revolves Scooby and the gang handling the phantom parrot, and the second act also revolves around Gnarly Bear. That's another thing I like about this movie. It also has a great plot. Scooby and the gang are still recognizable, and most of all, it's obviously cool that Warner Brothers was trying to do something a little bit different and creative by doing a puppet version of Scooby-Doo and the gang. Yeah, and funny enough, the designs of the characters are loosely based on the pup named Scooby-Doo series decades ago. Which I'm not sure if it means this movie is canon within a pup named Scooby-Doo or not. I'm guessing this is meant to be its own separate thing, if you know what I'm talking about. It is cool that this is also another pirate-related movie. I mean, the first Scooby-Doo pirate movie we had was Scooby-Doo Pirates Ahoy, which I might get a chance to watch soon. And I do like the atmosphere of how it feels like. It almost feels like a Scooby-Doo movie, but it also feels like a pirate movie, which actually makes a lot of sense, considering how the villains are just portrayed are just a pirate and a parrot, which makes sense. and whenever I think of this puppet version of Scooby-Doo, it always reminds me of Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock, and the Muppets when you think about it. Which also makes sense. Now I know that you guys might think that the Jim Henson Company might not have any involvement with this movie. But just imagine if the Jim Henson Company were involved in this movie at some point. Since it is technically a puppet movie. And so, just imagine if Scooby and the gang were part of the Jim Henson Cinematic Universe, or the JHCU. Okay, I technically just made that one up, since the Jim Henson Cinematic Universe isn't really a thing. But I'm getting off topic here. I still like the idea of having this movie be more like a puppet movie, which isn't a bad thing when you think about it. And we have seen different variations of Scooby and the Gang before, for years. Whether it's a TV series, movie, comic book, or a video game. As well as different people doing their own take on the characters. And you know what's funny? Whenever I see Shaggy in puppet form, he's kind of like a puppet version of Ted from Bill and Ted. Or Moe from the Three Stooges. So I'm guessing Shaggy is like a puppet combination of Moe from the Three Stooges and Ted from the Bill and Ted movies. I know it sounds a little bit silly, but just let that sink in. And funny enough, this movie also uses songs from previous Scooby-Doo movies. Scooby-Doo Abracadabra-Doo, a song from the movie of the same name. Dig It, Scooby-Doo, from Scooby-Doo Legend of the Phantasaur. And Here Comes Summer, from Scooby-Doo Camp Scare. I guess they couldn't think of any new original songs, so I guess they just had to recycle some old songs from a few other Scooby-Doo direct-to-video movies. I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. But to be fair, those are like pretty cool Easter eggs. Okay, maybe they're not like Easter eggs in general, considering how the songs were used already in Scooby-Doo Abracadabra-Doo, Scooby-Doo Camp Scare, and Scooby-Doo Legend of the Phantasaur. But it doesn't matter. And you know, I really love the villains. Phantom Parrot and Gnarly Beard the Pirate. And so, in some reason, Gnarly Beard reminds me of a weird, messed up version of Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street, but as a pirate, if you know what I'm talking about. And I did mention before that it does contain 2 bonus cartoons, which technically makes sense, considering how the Backstage Range episode from Scooby-Doo Where Are You involves a few puppets, and a Robo-Pup was an episode of a pup named Scooby-Doo. So I'm guessing this movie isn't that far off. And I think I did say this before, but I do like how the gang's design in this movie are loosely based on a pup named Scooby-Doo, which is actually pretty unique when you think about it. But too bad we didn't get that red herring running gag in this movie, or at least saw a puppet version of him, since he did appear in a pup named Scooby-Doo a few times, and appeared in issue number 50 of Scooby-Doo Team Up, and had a random cameo in Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo. Oh well, sometimes we can get what we want all the time. So overall, I honestly think Scooby-Doo Adventures the Mystery Map is a harmless movie. And like I said, maybe it's not everybody's favorite movie, which I totally understand. But hey, I wouldn't say it's that horrendous. I mean, it's not a bad idea to see a puppet version of Scooby and the Gang. or mainly just a puppet version of a pup named Scooby-Doo in general when you think about it. So overall, may not be a perfect movie, but it's harmless enough. So I'll give this movie 3.5 pirate ships out of 5. I guess 3.5 out of 5 pirate ships isn't too bad. Now, do you guys have any favorite memories from this movie? And do you, or at some point, just let me know down in the comments below. And stay tuned for more awesome movie reviews just like this.